We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Washington Redskins. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. First carry for Derrick Henry. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. On second down, here's Henry. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive. Couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A first down carry for Henry. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll try the air now with Newton. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Now a first down throw for Newton. Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, Newton. Looking for Macklin, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And he will score. Touchdown, touchdown. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. First catch so far for Julio. He's got a 1st down. From the 50, Newton. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Newton now to throw. He dumps it off for Henry. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Newton now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. 1st and 10 right at the 20. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, Freeman. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. That 2nd down run a big help as 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now. They run, Devontae Freeman. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. That good for 22 and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Now Carr. Forced out to his left. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Low, low, low. White. 12, Jumbo. Later 2.
Carl trying again on 2nd down. Being chased out left. And that's incomplete.
So many qualities coaches tick off when they talk about, hey, what is it going to take to make an excellent quarterback? Accuracy has to rank near the top of every list.
Talk about arm strength, that's great. Mobility, great, but you need that accuracy in there. That one well in front of his man.
Yeah, now they got to face a big 3rd down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Shotgun now for Carr. Eluding the pressure right. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And I think the Browns got it. They did. Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. They take over 1st and 10 in excellent field position here. Now a handoff to Henry. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Pick up, fellas.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
On third down, Henry. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. They'll run. It's Henry. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Able to convert on fourth to bring up first and goal. That's a big 3 yards right there. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point attempt to follow here. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. The tackle made by the corner, Jimmy Smith.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down, here's Carr. Flushed out right. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. You got a young quarterback. You know, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
24. 7:34.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Dancing to his left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
This is taken around the 12. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. And now the Browns coming out on the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now Cam, option left. They begin with Henry. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Again to Henry. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. 3rd and 2, Newton. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Low. Down. 188. 694. Hey, 734.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone. Following the fumble recovery, Newton. Now he's forced out right. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Takes this one in for a Brown score. Derrick Henry, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And here come the Redskins now. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions. but some are worse than others. So you can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Get set, get set. 24. 6:37.
Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Go, go. Check, check. 24.
From the gun, it's Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And taken right on the 30. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Another run, this time McCaffrey. Heck of a move, but only able to work his way down near the 23. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the gun, here's Newton. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or throwing the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Browns on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They come out here in the eye, trying to punch it in with Henry, and he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And this one is right through. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Carr now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things.
You got 29. Hey, 7:34. 24. White Monday down. You're mine. Go, go. 93.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Dante Hightower in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
694. Down. 180.
Operating from the gun. Carr. Buying time to his left. Now this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 45 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
OP.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you it's not very good.
A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. To throw on 2nd down is Newton. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Henry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a third and about 3 to go. The Browns on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. The shotgun snap for Newton. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Second and 9 now from the 21.
29. 93.
Looking to throw on second down. Carr going up top. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up 3rd down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
29. 29. Hey, 734. What's it?
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. So they took a shot there on 3rd down. Couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. This is Henry. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
To throw on 2nd down. Newton. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
I know exactly why he tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. The Browns on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Newton on the slant. He gets it to Gronkowski. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open. He finds a way to pick up a first down.
They'll run with Henry, and he'll be taken down at the 34. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on third down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
The Browns on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey.
Operating from the gun. Newton. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick. Right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Get set. OP.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Freeman again, a first down carry. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Vic Beasley able to make the tackle. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the...
Go, Chief.
Looking to throw on second down. Carr looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Palmer. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The Redskins on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at third down here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
The Redskins on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Carr. Throwing right, and that's complete. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down. Into the red zone. It's Carr. Forced out to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. To throw on second down. Carr being chased out left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Express. Hey, 734.
Now Carr, got to have this one. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And this Browns defense stands tall. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, with about 95% chance.
Oh, yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
Hey.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now it's Henry. Finding room inside the 40. And now running right through it. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Browns on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Newton. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Derek Rivers in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And that'll be marked down as their 1st sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week. And this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. And now they've gotten their 1st sack here in the 2nd half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
So out now come the Redskins. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. but they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
6-18. Low, low, low. 93. 93. Get down, get down. 180.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carr. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Hey, 734.
Operating from the gun. Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, standing just outside his own goal line. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And out will come the offense as they take over. Elsewhere, Ford Field, they're into the 4th quarter now. That one has really opened up. The Vikings have just scored again. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
A road win in the National Football. You're playing.
You take it and you run with it.